Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dash 28 Live. I'm your host, Mike Atkins, and this weekend we're going to be stringing the 2025 Vanguard GT from fabulous Fredericksburg, Virginia. Joining me is Mark Howard and Derek Sindstrom. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
What's up, Sex Machines?
All right, and for our first round match, we are bringing you Chet Dudick's Kingdoms of Men versus Jason Britt's Sylvan Kin. They are going to be playing Smoke and Mirrors. And they are getting the terrain set up now. They haven't quite started deployment yet.
I actually think...
you guys want to talk about the terrain of the scenario at all, or should we go straight into the lists?
Set up.
I think lists are probably the natural place to start.
Yeah, you're gonna scout into
So let's
bullshit
take
no
a
matter
look
what we do.
at
Pop up a list.
And you know what?
Kingdoms of Men.
Already set up.
So, Chet's Kingdoms of Men.
That's the right move.
Oh, there we go.
Justice.
He's got 3 regiments of bowmen. He has 1, 2, 3 hordes of beast cavalry, all with flying, thunderous charge, vicious, and indomitable will. One's got pipes of terror, one's got drunken ram, and one's got the strider boots.
Well, I'm more than happy.
He has a legion of charioteers with the blood of the old king.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. He's got 1, 2, 3 wizards, all on Pegasus. One of them has Inspiring Talisman and Mindfall. He's got a hero on Pegasus with Blade of Slashing and Indomitable Will. And he has 3 generals on Winged
I got
Beast
2 this time.
for a total of 14 drops and 26 units.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the charioteers are the really cute part of the list. They're the new addition, I believe, because this is a list he's sort of been playing for a while. I think the only changes he's done is like he's taken more or he's taken less foot troops and just added the charioteers.
Yeah,
from
A little different, but I like it.
very fast list. Very fast list.
Kingdoms of Men Flying Circus.
Yeah.
As they say. All right, let's take a look at Jason Sylvankin. So Jason Sylvankin are going to be 1, 2, 3 regiments of Blade Stalkers with the Deathroot Arrows upgrade, which does a thing that I'm not familiar with.
I think it's like 3 rerolls. No, sorry.
Yeah, once per game, when the unit rolls the damage with a ranged weapon, you may choose to reroll to 3 dice that fail to wound. Okay, so it's like the
5 points.
5 points.
Yeah, for 5 points, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah. He's got 2 hordes of air elementals, 1 with hammer and measured force, 1 with hero strength. He's got a troop of Windborn. He's got a Gur Panther troop. He's got 65 minute clocks.
Yeah, just 24.
He's got where is I? Stormwind Cav Regiment with Pathfinder and a Quicksilver Lancer upgrade and a Mace of Crushing. Double Greater Air Elementals, enjoying that recent bump. An Elven Archmage with Crown of the Wizard King, Bane Chant and Surge, Nimue Wave Dancer, and Madriga the Elf.
Yeah, maybe.
13 drops and 19 units strength.
Yeah, that's final.
Yep, and then if you go down a little bit, I think there's also a ranged character.
Yeah,
Madriga the Elf, which is pretty good. The blast on it is really nice. So I've been seeing a few people messing around with Sylvankin more recently, which is very interesting. The Greater Air Elementals, correct me if I'm wrong, like they got nerfed, but we're almost back at the point where they're right back where they started. The only thing I'm missing is an attack.
Yeah, it was 10 to 8, back to 9.
So me personally, I'd say good enough.
Good.
I like the Blade Stalkers, where they're not overdoing it with 5 of them, because you kind of can't anymore with the unit strength of 2. The 2 air elemental units is a new addition. I normally see that in just Forces of Nature. Mike, I think you were running something that had them, I believe, before.
Yeah, kitted out very similarly. Yeah,
I'm excited to see the Windborn, because I have not seen that unit played yet.
Not for a long time.
Yep, I do have some experience playing Sylvankin, so I do know that Stormwind Cav are destructively good. I think in this matchup, the interesting thing is going to be how fast Chet's army is. This army doesn't seemingly have any real anvils to hold anybody. And he's very fast. He out threats he equal threats a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are 2 kind of mobile armies. Like Jason kind of wants to run and shoot, and Chet just wants to fly circles around you and pounce on you.
Yep, and the Glade Stalkers, they don't really have a place to go. You set them up and just hope for the best, but they're kind of stuck in this type of matchup with how many units are running around. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the Glade Stalkers in terms of placement. I think the addition that's going to be curious on Chet's side is he has a Legion of Chariots with no Pathfinder.
Target acquired.
Gigantic footprint. But speed 9. Just get him in there and hold. Be a giant block of nerve.
All right.
So we'll see how we do with that as we start deploying. So we're doing smoke and mirrors. If anybody didn't get that from the opening of this, which is going to be everybody gets a single 2 objective, 2 1-point objectives, and 2 zeros.
Yep.
And you place them on the opposing player's table side, and they will be flipping a token per person at the end of every round, not all at once, which is
I can't go and find it.
so. I see that they kind of place them very centrally and spread out across the middle a little bit there. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how much the objective placement is going to matter for either of these armies because they all have speed 9 and 10 flying around everywhere.
Yeah,
they play everywhere they want to go.
Yeah, there's so much scout mobility that they're going to play their game and then they're going to think about scenario maybe turn 5, maybe turn 6.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see what happens there. The interesting thing is going to be for me if I'm playing with Sylvankin here. I feel like the Glade Stalkers, I don't know how you can really protect them from being charged by something at speed 10, but once that happens, you do have a bunch of units now that can move 10 inches and surge.
Right.
Yep. So maybe give something up to try and get a flank charge with surge.
Well, so here's the thing is, so we talked about the Sylvankin list not having any anvils. They might be the sacrificial anvil. I would personally love to see something different, something cheaper, just like even, do 2 Glade Stalkers and then get 2 units that can maybe, and trade in a manner that helps you get those flanks without giving up an almost 200-point unit.
Right, but I feel also the further you get towards putting like more anvils in and things like that, you just with the units available for Sylvankin that you want to hold, you end up getting closer to just playing Forces of Nature at that point.
Right.
So I see he's playing Sylvankin. He's going for the speed, the mobility, the shooting mobility, and I like that. I like Madriga in this list, running around, just running and gunning.
Oh yeah,
super great for playing against Kings and Men. Some of those units are susceptible, especially with his flying shaft.
Oh yeah,
she can fuck them up, and I like that.
Yeah, if any of those wizards fall outside of the inspiring bubbles, they'll get taken out in no time.
And if she can successfully avoid being charged, staying out of charge sight, late game, the longer she lives, the more that units that are hurt are susceptible, just getting lit up by her, which I like.
Real quick, remind me again. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was going to say, it looks like they've already picked sides, and I believe Jason is going to be up here, and this is his army that they're deploying here. Yep. And so that means Chet's going to be down here.
That looks right to me.
Yep.
Now, out of curiosity, we have 8 objectives on the board in vision, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So where's the 10th one?
Flip around to the other camera to see if we can spot it.
Oh, I don't know.
Are we good to
That
start? I'll go check.
Okay.
I don't think they can hear us.
Just pull a thumbs up.
Maybe that guy?
Yeah, are we good to start? Oh, okay. All right, that's thumbs up.
Yeah, there it is. So that's over there in the corner near the building.
We're only 10 minutes behind.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4,
whatever.
5.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Good luck.
one.
Good luck.
All right, I got a panic attack. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, hit play.
Okay, chat.
Now we're gonna go ahead and put
Free.
we're gonna put a beast cav
Right.
horde right here.
I love those models.
It's gonna be the one with
Yeah.
They remind me of beige
the
food.
Oh, God.
Helm Drunken Ram.
All right.
So, yeah, I think the most interesting part of this terrain to me is the 2 hills with the obstruction going vertically effectively when you're looking at it. I actually played for one of our friends. I actually brought a
Apprentice in the woods.
proxy army so he could test out his round 1 last night with this map. Very, very interesting time seeing that terrain. What's further interesting about this specific matchup is you're going to see a bunch of hordes of, I believe, height 4 beast cav that are running around ignoring the hills. So that's really brutal in itself. But it also means that the Sylvan player, Jason, will be able to see these beast cav over the hill as well. So interesting matchup we chose for this, where that interesting terrain setup might not matter as much as we think it does.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second. Were you guys talking about the terrain? I can talk.
So we're talking about. I was talking about last night. I did a proxy game for somebody here to test out their list and the map and everything. And I found the 2 hills and the obstruction very interesting. But with this specific matchup, with your hills and this vertical piece of wall, you have this army, correct me if I'm mistaken, beast cav height 4.
Yeah, pretty sure.
So they see over this interesting terrain placement, but it also means everybody sees them.
Everybody can see them, yeah.
So it's very funny, the matchup you chose, that interesting terrain may not play as significant roles it would in other games. Just very volatile armies with very high speed fighting each other. This matchup's actually going to be really interesting to see who's going to pull the trigger, and honestly, how Jason's going to maneuver his surge units around this matchup as the turns go on.
Yeah. So
once again, like I said, the shooting element later in the game.
Yep. So we have 2 height 2 pieces of terrain, which is different. Usually people these height 1s. There's 2 height 2, 1 0 flat. Here's our walls. Here's our height 3 hills. These are the forests.
Not sure which one. They're all the same. Just the wings sometimes go.
So the math works slightly differently with height 2 terrain, or cover for height 3, height 4 units, and also blocks line of sight for things like war machines and infantry.
Yep. Yeah, it's a really, really nice addition, and over the past couple of years when I was playing in the event, I found it very, very nice to play with. I actually prefer having the extra piece of terrain, because normally it's a 10-piece set.
Yes, back to you.
Mike Atkins, he always adds a 3rd one and increases the height of the like forest, or not the forest, but the height 1 to 2, which is, in my opinion, a really great change.
Yeah, it's one of those things you see at a GT that is different, but not hindering or insane in some way where you feel like it's taking away. I think it's a nice addition. Gosh, I have a lot of echo on my audio.
That's like a rule in the game.
I don't know how to change that outside of killing myself, so I got nothing for you.
Hey Josh, is it only Mark's audio?
Yeah, I'm just
yelling.
Is it everybody's audio? Josh, you can't just drop a comment like that and then head the fuck out. What are we doing?
You're now part of the broadcast team. You have to give us feedback.
Which Josh is this? It's just yours, Mark, from Gil. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Gil.
Hey, don't yell.
Yep. Back to you.
People can hear you from everywhere.
Or turn the volume down a smidge, maybe. Let's see what the players are chattering about.
Honestly, it might be picking it up on my mic. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Well, you guys might have to hear echoes of my voice as we go on. I mean, there are worse voices to hear over and over again repetitively in your head.
You didn't drop your Gur Panthers yet, did you?
No.
I don't want to shoot them, though.
Well, yeah, eventually.
Don't get ahead of yourself, bro.
Okay, back to me.
With the pipes of terror.
Gotcha. All right. We're good.
These are fairly low drop armies, so it's not going to take them long to deploy. But these guys are very practiced with their list.
Are they both 14 drop?
With the nimble plus 1.
I think one's 14.
Upgrades, Pathfinder, and Mace.
It's close. Yeah, it's close, I think.
Yeah, 14 for Chet. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, the other thing to think about is I think the Sylvankin only has 10 scoring units. He's got 3 individuals. Chet's army has no individuals, so he has all 14 scoring units. And that, in a scenario like this, can be.
God, they got me so mad. I am not making weird, nervous things on. I'm not being recorded.
Oh, you're good. You're
Blade
good.
Stalkers may or may not be going on the club. See how it goes.
We'll go Nimue.
Yeah, well,
I told you I hate.
I do think the Glade Stalkers, like I said, they might have to be sacrificial lambs in this, but I do like the fact that they get their shots probably at least for
Now,
one turn.
Based on wing,
They count.
but based on wing spread, do you mind if I switch out? this
Yeah,
info with that?
Gil, I think they are
They
deploying.
do the same unit. They just have
12-inch
one's got
lines.
wings that are like, oh, look at me, I'm everywhere. The other ones are like, wings, I'm around.
I can.
So, you know, I mean,
No,
it's like we were saying, no real anvils.
Yeah, I mean they have scout anyway. It doesn't matter where they deploy; they can go wherever the hell they want.
Right, but also kind of the lack of Pathfinders in Chet's list means like moving them up into that forest and just sitting there like, I'm going to shoot you until you send enough stuff over here to kill it. And anything you put over here is going to get an arrow element from the flank.
Right.
Yep.
Now riddle me this: does one of his ab units hinder kill one of those units of blade stalkers anyway?
we're going. Scout move.
Probably not. So they hit on 4s, and then they're going to wound on 2s.
We should have pandered to the camera and like showed
9
what
wounds.
we were putting down.
That means he's going to need a
That would have been,
7.
that would have
Otherwise,
been classy. You know
outside
what
of
I
the
mean? I
brutal
can't believe you
unit,
didn't think about that.
who would need a 6. But
You're the one with the
Right, you know.
experience on stream. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no 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 no
thing.
no! I
looks like that's their scout move going.
Yeah, that's why I used it.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's something I would consider.
If you want to scout,
Also, if he wants, I don't know if he's going to waste it on it, but he may as well. He does have the boots on the one flying cav unit.
I have to assume if he's going in, he's going to use it because it's one of those things, especially
Just do
against
it.
this army.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, because you're going to get reared or flanked by some surging shenanigans.
And that's what it's going to be. I think this matchup is going to be a lot of him running in.
Okay, so
All right, we're back, baby. I can hear myself.
Yep. I got you.
Jerry moves up there.
again, apologies, folks.
And we check
we had
a thing at the
local
end of every
network
turn, right?
Say that again.
link.
We check
Hopefully that
a
doesn't happen again.
token at the end of every
I think
turn.
they're still just getting started, though, so we haven't really missed anything.
Yeah, so at
It
the end of
happens.
turn 1, we'll check one of the things.
Yes, and we have to roll off.
We had
Yeah,
a
we'll
bunch of box
and,
cases. It's always good to
flip
see.
at the end of each round. So not player turn.
Yeah, no, not player turns. I wasn't. I should have made that clear. I wasn't really thinking.
No, you're good. You're good.
Now, the one thing we didn't talk about in this matchup is the bowmen on Chet's side. They are not, but they can put out some shots. There is some low defense stuff running around in the Silverkin, and honestly, does Jason want to sacrifice anything to go after fucking bowmen?
No, they're going to be his scoring units.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they might actually be relatively safe, depending.
Yeah, we'll have to really see what
During a flat
is
terrain
left
is counted as height
after
1 for
the
the
turn
purposes of
2,
checking
turn
if the
3
target
shuffle.
unit is concealed.
And
Oh,
If you're in it. So
depending
Got
on
if
that,
you're height
those
4
archers
over,
might
it
come in clutch,
Gotcha.
do 1 or 2 wounds to a unit, and rip it off the board after it took
If
9
I'm more than
damage.
50% in, I'm
10
still going to get the cover
charge
bonus
and
from
live.
that.
Yep.
But
Probably enough to get within range for charging.
we'll see.
So we're going to
Same
take
thing
these
with the mind
guys,
fog on the one wizard.
blank base it to there. If we
Like,
consider
he-
that's still
he's been playing this list a
50%,
while
might
and
have to come back in millimeters.
has
so is
tested
that
and
about
figured
right?
what he
Yeah,
needs.
50?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, you're good.
Pivot.
Okay.
Vertical. Okay.
And he's just going. So we're gonna have to get used to see. We're gonna have to get used to this giant cherry.
Yeah, those don't move, unfortunately.
So one of the things I will say is how
Here.
pushed back Jason's deployment is. Like, he's so
Where
far
that thing
off of
is.
that line.
That's fine.
Got the idea.
Like, look at that.
Well, I don't know if it much matters because with Chet going first, also it wouldn't matter regardless. He's just going to move up to what he wants to
So
threat.
those guys,
Well,
I
this
think
is the
he's
thing.
going to
charge.
use the Silverkin.
They have
at this exact
they have a
list.
20-inch.
He absolutely is,
They're
but this
way
is where I
back
think
though,
you're wrong.
Really,
Because you don't know
stacking
who's
this in
going
a way I
first.
wasn't really fully expecting.
Okay.
That's okay
You
though. I mean, like,
Yay.
Take
always
up
good
the
to keep it
space.
guessing.
Because
Yeah.
what's happening here is because Jason didn't deploy on the line, because you can always deploy on the line and then back up. You want that board space. You want that threat forward to make your opponent think about it, because you're just giving Chet free real estate on the board.
That's true. But
And
yeah, I'm just saying, from Jason's point of view, it looks like he put the Gladestalkers in front of all of them. So his plan, full on, was like, let's just run,
back so far.
let's just run that forward. So it's gonna be interesting. I guess
For sure.
I think he's just saying, engage me. I'm good with that match.
Look at the wall.
Right.
But
you
I
can
agree, he does get to move around freely.
Right. You can do the same thing
These guys
at the 12-inch line
charge
because
18,
they
so I'll
scout.
still be out of them.
If the air elementals
These
were
guys charge
at the
20.
12-inch line, and you
if they
put
want to take a
the
charge into my beast
Sylvan
cav,
archers behind and then scout
I'll be
over
hindered.
top,
he'll be
Yeah,
hindered.
the same exact rear
He'll do a
elements,
wound,
because they
but
didn't go far. They moved like 4 inches or
I don't
less
really want to give you
because
that
they
free
don't
charge.
want
They
to get
moved
turn
20,
1
right?
charge.
Yeah, and you can.
The,
but I
they guys
I don't
are
know. That's
the
bo-
windboard.
the windboard.
just my
and
2
you-
cents.
Yeah, because you can just run them past your own models
So-
anyway, and they are Pathfinders.
No,
so
I
they
can't
are.
play scary
Right.
this whole game of that.
But
So
you know,
if you charge
you
with the
can't-
windborn, you charge with the windborn.
you
you're
can't
gonna
just
either
give
have
up
or
that
shoot
free
down.
real estate, in my opinion.
Well, we're there.
Yeah,
We're
I
there.
have
That's
seen-
exactly what I plan on.
Yeah,
doing.
Correct.
I have seen
Going to be
Jason
one
play
of
this
those
list
two
before, and he does tend to deploy only on one side of the table. He does tend
Here.
to like kind of castle
Keep
them up
most of
and
you in my
try,
flank.
try to swing around on you.
I mean, he's got not tons of units, and on top of that, the big thing that kind of ties him to doing that is even with the Crown of the Wizard King, I will give him that, the 18-inch surge.
Yep.
But that's only on one of the 2 surge casters.
Yep.
He's kind of tied with 4 surge units that he has to be around to be able to move them properly with the surges. So he's kind of got to be together.
Those guys, if they want.
Yeah,
this
is the other thing. With as many surge elemental units as he has, I would love to see more
So for now, we're
than
gonna
just
play
2
a
surge
little more
units.
cautious.
Like Surge 8 with Elite is good, and then does the other Wizard Nimue
Pull it up on YouTube. And I was like,
Okay,
So,
now we're live.
Okay,
we are.
yeah.
It says live. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so pretty sure we just yelled to the echo chamber for the last like
Just
10
a
minutes once
small
we got back.
percent.
But now we're back, totally live. We fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah, I think
Get over it.
You found it on there?
See through that gap between the. Yep, that makes sense.
So that's 10.
Yeah, so just to catch everyone up, so
Are you sure
Jason
you're inch away?
had a
I'm just
turn,
staying an inch away. And
You
that because
and
I
then
was
Chet looked at him and went,
well,
I'm going to press
if
the
I
button
put it in the middle,
and
yeah,
charge
but I'll
everything.
need
Yeah, so
2
hit it.
because
Killed,
I'm
I
coming
believe,
in at
all
an
3
angle.
units of Gladestalkers and
So,
positioned
I
himself
tend to
pretty
get
comfortably. Now this is going to be a turn. This is going to be a big turn for Jason, as he has all of his hitting units out there, and he's got to figure out what is his best options. How does he get his units into a position where they can flank or rear? But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do. It's going to be an exciting turn.
Yeah, a lot of plotting out right now. You have to. This is kind of what we were talking about in the initials of this, where we thought Chet was kind of going to run up on him, and he's just going to counterpunch because he didn't really have anvils that are going to hold.
I'm not trying to be
So he
precise here.
was sacrificial lands out there, which is fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Strategy.
I would miss all that. Okay.
Need a beer?
No, I got this one right here.
Okay.
It has been morning, folks.
It has. Yes,
Yeah,
but
it's been
19.
a day.
Mike used his Modoc brain to fix everything, so we're back.
Okay, so 3 and 3.
Hopefully.
Better.
No, I'm great. Thank you, though.
Yeah, you're gonna work on that.
Yeah, so
So I think actually,
you're going to see a lot of proxy bases right now, and for those coming back into it, you're seeing a surge army plot out how it's going to try
move first.
and surge in, which is going to take some time to kind of figure it out.
To get out.
And then some of it, as you can see in the little front charge, is kind of brain dead. He's just got to go in. It is what it is.
So,
We're going to see his counter punch, how it sets up, because missing it, Chet just went
Move
in
these guys, and then when he
with
goes
a bunch
over,
of his units and
they
some
fall back a
characters,
little.
double charged a bunch of
Then
things,
half
and
charge
it's
it.
just he's
Okay.
pulling the trigger.
Yeah, but you have to move Nim.
yeah, she's
We're
got
in,
to. She's
we're
gonna
in the bottom
pop
of
it
turn
once
2. They are
we're
playing
Got it.
Smoke and Mirrors. One point token has been revealed up here.
Yep.
For 1, and,
Yep,
and I'm guessing the
Let's
other
start.
one was a
So
0
doing
and
this
got
charge
taken
first
off.
here.
I
So
haven't
we're
seen
gonna
another
go
flipped over one
in the front,
yet.
and I'm just gonna lay them down.
Sorry, my guys are too.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Again, apologies
And
for
then
all the
flank.
network issues this morning.
It's
I will
unavoidable,
do my
though.
best.
It happens.
It happens. I will do my best after the event to take the two halves here and edit them together into one video. And
Lots of shit in combat.
Yeah, we'll do a thing. That'll be fine.
I didn't realize I was
I think
live.
we're going to see.
No.
Mr. Britt is trying to go in on
since I can go
that
flat,
square base right there, which is one of the winged generals. Generals on the winged beast, so he's probably going to try and take him out.
this is next.
Yeah, the Hammer boys.
very carefully.
Cool.
And he was able to get a unit of air elementals into the Chariot Legion, which, weirdly enough, I mean, that unit kind of exists to have things run into it.
I think a
To
church
get
there.
flanks. Yeah, chariots have such large flanks.
Yeah, they already kind of did what they needed to do probably anyway, so at this point he's probably fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, chariots are 1921 and defense 4.
Hold up.
Yeah, he's in.
Why did he put the greater air elemental in the front as well? I feel like that's a double down too much. Also, do we know which greater air elemental unit that is? If it's the hammer of measured force, it might make sense. But if it's the brew of strength, it makes no sense.
Why?
Because wounding on 3s to 4s.
Yeah, they're already the chariots of defense 4, so
They'll charge.
it's possible that he's just doing it to make sure that that greater air ends up in a good place when it's done, because it could pivot and be out of sight.
For sure.
I mean, it's actually fast.
Actually,
Right, but it might be an overcommittal, is my thought.
I mean,
I think it's
now keep in mind,
He's
he
gonna be
also
a
has to
hero,
get out of the
bro. You don't
way.
even know what you just did.
right.
Unless
That's
it's
what I'm
charging
saying,
in the
like-
front, he's got to get the hell out of the way. And I think that's what we're seeing from the greater air elemental charging in the front of the chariots. I think he's just trying to get him the hell out of the way because there's no strong move to move him 10 and surge him into a flank.
Right.
He's got to get him out of the way.
And again, none of Jason's units want to get caught grinding, so sometimes you overcommit on a charge and it's just a free reform.
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
What's good about this?
Out of the way.
think I'm out of
It turns the ship kind of be look at the arc.
Stuck in the middle with a bunch of surge units surrounding him, which, as Mike knows, playing undead, that's a great place to be.
Yeah.
I want to get
You want people to close in on you.
I think he's out.
So now, also, he does have that general wing and beast right behind his chariots, which is very smart. So, as you were talking about before, Derek, he now has two generals on wing and beast that would appear overwatching effectively the battle.
Yeah.
So they're definitely going to be able to go into something.
Heroes out or is he in? The one that you charge with your archer dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we still have the other one on the bottom of the screen right there, hanging out, also overlooking. So
Ben, that's
you have those two just chilling out, looking at everything. Great place to be for Chet. That's really good
why don't
planning
you just
on
move
this part.
closer if you're not?
Yeah, that's his counterpunch.
Yeah,
Way
very,
there.
very good planning.
Yeah, because all he needs to do is tie him up. He doesn't need to kill anything.
Just want to double check these.
Yeah, he just has to surround him. And
Right.
then he'll start fighting. I mean, having the hammer measured force and the brew of strength on the two air elemental units when they're hitting on threes, even grounded, that's pretty good for that.
With that way I place this.
Pretty good for that.
So she does her thing.
So they got to back up then.
Yes, I got to move them around first. So what we're going to do.
So yeah, he did have to commit some units into the front. I think he does plan to do the cav charge in the front there. Just go for it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they have Pathfinder.
The great,
I think everybody in his army does.
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, some people, I believe Matt Griff actually did not take Pathfinder in his self-kin list on his 2 units of cav.
Okay. Yeah, no, he has. He's got the Pathfinder upgrade on his Stormwind.
Beautiful.
And then
Good.
So yeah, I think they're gonna go. He's saying right there, the nimble go in. As somebody who has played once again Silver Ken, I've played them for about a year. Those cav units will beat the hell out of things with that elite.
Now, out of curiosity, so is that a greater air element all the way to the
not
bottom?
mighty, so I can blow
Yes.
through my own.
Okay, so he's looking for the surge. Yeah,
I think he's surging. No, I think he's surging into the other character that's right in front of him. That square base. And once again, I'm not 100%.
I'm going to be Johnny on the spot here.
Apparently,
We can, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if I
actually,
were him,
this proxy base might be this general.
yeah.
It is. Yep, it is. You're right.
So that's
Sorry,
even good
folks.
to
We're
track
also
down.
catching up on what happened in this game because we didn't.
Yeah,
see
Yeah,
the
everybody
first
bear
couple.
with us. We had some technical difficulties. We're
Yeah,
here.
I think that proxy base is the general. So the general pushed to the
Never
back.
mind.
Okay, shooting.
Okay.
But he does. The other one is
I'm a
still
whole lot
back
of it.
there. I think
All right.
The one north
is there.
in the center of the screen is there. The
Right.
one south is the proxy base.
Yeah.
So
So
he's about to
if-
get flank
If I'm
charged.
him, you take that thing out
One wind blast
because
here.
you can. You can kill that
Oh yeah,
one turn.
100%.
And then the
Yep,
Cav,
7
like I said,
into the
no.
general.
Because they're
No.
14,
4s
16.
with elite.
Cover.
Doesn't matter.
So
even
you
if
have
they're
18
14,
attacks,
16,
you hit with 12.
You're
you
doing
go
9
with
wounds.
I feel like
threes.
you might be mistaken.
No, you do 8.
Double check me.
Nah,
please.
you're good. Play it
4
out.
inches back.
Yeah, because you're
4
melee
inches back.
3.
oh, it is 8. Yep, it is
Yeah.
8.
Oh no,
Yep, so it's
look
8
how the
wounds on
base is
average.
into this
So you
base,
means
so
you need an
that's what I was
8
trying to
twice.
say.
Oh, okay.
strike.
You're good. You're good.
That's what I was just
Sorry,
trying to
I
show you. I was
passed
like, no, there's
Don't get
nowhere
me
to push.
wrong, but
Well,
it's not
also-
a guarantee.
Yeah, also
Not
depending
trying to be
on
cheesy.
how
No, you're good.
Yeah, I was
closed
trying
in
to show you that earlier. And
Sorry,
he
I was
is
like,
with
oh,
that
I don't think
beast
we're
cab unit.
connecting on that topic.
You're good.
Even grounding that
no
general
more.
means he might not be able to fit in to fight the Cav.
Fireball the wizard.
No, he
And the
will not
greater
do
air
it.
elemental can survive a round or two of combat against that thing, but he's already doing wounds to him.
Right.
So he'll win that out eventually. He's got to do something with them.
Yeah, and the other thing to keep note on is I believe the generals on Winged Beasts are only Crush 1,
3,
Thunder 2.
the 4.
Someone wants
And a
to
pickle.
double check that for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Sure.
retarded. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, and the other thing too that's going to be interesting here, if he doesn't need the surge, his one character has Bane Chant. So if he gets Bane Chant off on that Cav, he can break that Beast Cav in one turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Three's elite, two's
with Elite,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the Elite's beautiful.
oh yeah.
And there was the surge roll to put the greater elemental in.
1. So looking for
On
box
the
cars there.
general on the side there.
Oh, I got half of it. 4 total. No, 5 effective. So 5 waiver.
Yeah. 10, 12, whatever the math is.
8.
Oh my!
Ooh, hot roll.
6.
Love it.
That's the waiver.
That means
Oh
it's
my!
alive.
All right, we're gonna start here.
I
She's
believe
got
that was
4
all
attacks.
spells
Does have
and
power.
nerfs for
And she's
shooting
got
spells. So
elite. Just got elite. So looking for 4s and 5s.
Reroll ones.
Elite.
Look at you and that rerolling ones nonsense.
Oh no, she's melee 3. I'm sorry.
Elite.
Oh, okay.
Not 4.
And elite melee.
Yes.
Elite
Well,
flat.
just
Got it.
elite.
Got it.
Just elite.
Love
And
it.
looking for
Nah, I'm just being sarcastic. I just hate it.
Ah,
Defense
2.
5. 2 puts me at 3. 10, 12 here.
Oh my!
11.
Right.
And we got an 8.
Yes, sir.
So I'm at 3
That's,
damage, and I am wavered.
Yup.
Looks like
So that's a
someone else is
waiver
gonna be
on-
popping there. Indomitable Will as well.
I think. Jesus. So we got some buffering going on.
Okay, we're gonna start. Actually, it doesn't matter.
It's not
You're
true,
all
it's gonna
excited
happen.
here.
Yeah.
oh, that was probably his hero on Pegasus because
We'll
that
start-
guy has Indomitable Will and Chet was
Oh, the
like that.
hero. That right. I forgot he
So
existed.
18.
Only
Hitting
10,
on
12, so
threes.
same nerve.
Crush
Yeah,
Lock under
but
one,
defense
defense
5, as you
so
said.
threes and threes.
So Madriga just went in there and just started punching him in the face. Good for him.
That's a waiver to that
No lead
hero.
on these. And then,
Yep.
good.
Yeah,
Look for 3s.
I'm just sad.
Oh boy.
Roll maybe. Because I made that tactical decision.
So wounding on 3s.
That's what I'm talking about.
8.
I guess this is the brew of strength unit into the chariots.
So, 8 to
14,
kill.
16.
We're trying to do something.
6 to waiver, 8 to kill.
14.
14, 16.
You're good.
I'm okay.
Woo!
Yes, good job, Dean.
This is why we do these
thinking.
And
Oh, that was the greater air into the flank.
16 attacks.
Yep.
So 15 and 1.
a lot of waivers, and he's got Indomitable Will, so he doesn't give a fuck.
Pathfinder, right?
Yeah.
Alright,
So
gotcha.
3s and 3s
And they
with
already have
elite.
7 damage on them.
That's a
With
shame.
elite, and I've got a mace reroll for damage. So 3s. Picking up my 2s.
The generals on Winged Beasts, they don't have the not viable, but
And then
Indomitable.
3s.
Oh,
With
there
color
we
2
go.
and 1 mace reroll.
That's okay.
1 mace reroll. Nope, 3s
Oh
work.
my. He's going.
So 5, 9.
9
Oh
more.
my.
Yes.
That's 9 plus 7. I'm at 16. You're at
Snake.
snakes.
Yep.
1.
Oh, one more
And not
time.
snakes
Don't
once.
do it. You won't.
2.
Not snakes.
Heyo.
All right, so that's
Except for
very
Beast
good.
Cav,
He needed
that is very big.
very needed that. Yeah.
Cav taking out one of the hordes of Beast Cav. That's big.
Yeah, so this is where it gets tricky for him because both of those proxy bases in front of them, those are the general wing beasts. Neither of them are wavered. Good lord, is that guy eating the mic right now? He's trying to perform some fellatio on that mic. That's
He is a little bit.
Yeah, you know what happens when you flip
Yeah,
the
that would
back
have
of
been
your
normal
shirt,
life.
it's straight down.
You get hosed by
Straight down.
It happens.
Yeah, so that's going to be a really, really hard reform because I don't think he's going to be able to not get flanked there. Like, even if he backs up.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, he was really hoping for
Yeah.
like a waiver over here on
Something like
this.
that.
Oh, and he sidesteps 1 inch.
Balance.
Oh,
Another one?
Ooh, rich spices.
Yeah, actually, that's perfect.
I like that.
Yay.
That's
It
close.
might have worked.
That's very close. So I mean,
I think that worked though.
yeah. I think if he rolled a
Just trying to
3+, he probably fails that.
And they are a defense 5 unit. I don't remember. I
Yeah,
believe
that's-
the general winged beast does have some thunder.
No, you're not.
It is
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Yeah, so at least it's
So,
not wounded on
You're
2s.
sorry.
18
I'm
attacks.
sure what Jason was hoping there is to
threes and
be
fours.
in the terrain enough to cause one of them to be hindered.
I doubt it.
Right. Right.
Sidestep enough to put one in the flank, they would
Yeah,
land.
gross.
You know,
All right.
there.
Woo!
Right.
Where's the big roll? Come here.
Do it with your body.
Oh, that's
That is not it.
No.
That is
Oh, God.
Ooh,
Very
there's
bad.
another
One more 4.
There's one more for you.
It's 4.
Chet being the goddamn hero he is. Love that man.
It happens.
I know, but I don't put it.
4.
Oh, I know it
and,
happens. I live that life.
9.
14
Oh my.
Under our wave value.
You are just murdered. Alright. Maybe I can kill.
Did they just waver? It's not going to matter. They have
Should go down.
indomitable
9
will.
from the front.
Oh my.
Threes
Even
and
if they
twos.
did.
I think that was maybe this year.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
right there.
Deuces.
Yeah. Also,
man.
Chet,
No,
Five?
twos are no
this
good.
is your Yingling.
Oh no, yeah, that's 4.
Thank you.
5.
5. That'll definitely help. That puts me at 6.
This twice from the side.
Yep,
Threes
here's the side.
and threes because
So this is where he needs to roll some decent numbers and just fuck these dudes up. He needs to get these guys off the board.
Threes again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good. Oh no.
Oh no.
Dude.
You.
Uh,
There's a 1 in there.
thank you.
5
5.
more. That puts me at 10. So I'm
And
at
this
11.
One more time.
One more
Yeah,
batch.
do that one more time.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
These dice are fire.
And again.
Oh
Come
my.
on, threes. Okay. That's
Oh
a little
my
bit
god.
better.
There's
Oh,
2 in the
wow.
red.
Yeah, and so this is the better strength unit.
That puts me at 17.
17. They're
Same
21.
as
So you,
chance.
you
That's
need a
decent.
Yeah.
That's
twice to
decent.
kill me, but a 3 I'll be wavered.
Do
Alright.
it with your body.
Nope.
That's a break.
5.
Well, I feel a little better.
Okay,
about that.
all right. One roll out, and I got.
Otherwise, I was feeling kind
Oh,
of
God.
jerkish for not saying
Very close.
snakes it.
Yeah, no.
That would have
never,
been his, I
never
believe,
do so.
third wavered
Sometimes.
unit of
No, no.
this turn.
Wait for the hits at
alone,
least.
which is
So
devastating.
I'm gonna try to do something like.
Yeah, right now it's just going to be.
I think you're drifting like that a little bit.
I wonder how much of his
Try
stuff is
to
being
get out of that
caught.
guy's arc. Yeah.
I don't think he can.
Yeah, if you can. Keep
He can at least make it a front, but I don't think he can
So-
get out.
If you
You
do
can
this, you're looking to give me a front here, but not a
Yeah.
flank. That's a front, not a flank. I don't see any problems with that positioning.
You know.
Yeah.
I
From this
Well,
perfect
yeah.
center
You're not
top-down
gonna get
view.
out of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
that's
Oh yeah,
great
yeah.
to
No,
me.
no.
Also, if he repositions that way, it puts him
And
in
what about
a
your
good
main man?
place to just straight charge where he doesn't need a surge, depending on if he wants to bring it into the greater.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
just got to
this
figure
is
out what to
what
do
we
with the
wanna see.
greater. This is going to matter right here.
That's going to be big. Yep.
Just to be on the safe side.
Turn it a little.
Yeah, he's gonna
Turn it.
advance the six.
Oh, he's going forward. It looks like.
Forward a little bit. Yeah.
Which actually I hate because it doesn't.
You can definitely get that.
It's like Beer Fest. Turn it.
Mhm.
It's going to be a front either way.
Pause it. Let's find out what some of these
Oh,
tokens are.
yeah. Roll off.
I
got a 2.
I feel like the roll off button.
A 2.
I got a
5.
5. Oh my god.
Tokens
This is
here.
Oh, wow. All right.
Go for it.
Rolling to see.
All right.
First
Let's see
token.
what this is. This is a 0. I knew it.
And
Perfect.
Yep. So we got a 0 there and a 0 there, as you do.
All right, back
Yep.
to me.
That's good. Top of 3.
3. You got the thing.
Got
I
it.
got my
Turn
dice.
3.
And I got
Boom,
dice.
we're going again. Flippo, flank charge on the unit that it had no business being alive to hit. front charge.
Chet, don't sell yourself short.
I have a sneaking suspicion the 2 on Chet's side is going to be in that pond,
17
that body of water.
was their special.
Could be.
Yep.
Yeah.
17.
At this little.
Yeah.
Which is just
That's my vote.
no reason.
Yeah, that's probably a 2.
Well,
I mean, they're within range.
Um,
They'd be hindered to hit on 6s. It's stupid. I'm not doing it. But it's a fun idea.
So I guess, is that over the center lines? Is that Jason's 2?
These guys can't see him anymore.
Yeah.
But they can
Yeah.
see
And then, Chet's
Probably in the mix.
yeah, it might be a middle or it might be
well,
near the
let's check.
house.
It's not.
I mean, I guess for both of them, they could put them on the outskirts and it would be fine because they both have such rapidly redeploying armies.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to see if he gets him in that flank. Oh, boy.
I got you, boo.
Oh, that's what you. Oh wait,
A lot of barrels right
Remember
here.
they were flush because
Oh yeah,
I charged and I didn't
I mean,
reform.
Chet
So
went pretty much all in.
yeah.
The stuff that Jason put out for him to kill.
Okay,
All right.
I'm
Kind of
gonna
much they
take
got
that.
some stuff
No,
figured out
it's
everything
all
he
good.
goes for it, so now we're just
I can't see anything else.
No, so personal.
Yeah, that's my hopes and dreams.
trying
This
to see
guy.
what we can do.
All right, so I'm not sure
Should be in the front.
he can get into that other unit of elementals. I think it's awesome if they can.
I'm in the front.
Okay.
Good. I'm not. Once again, that's not how I do things.
I love these noises.
Front on that
Lord.
unit as well.
He's having a fucking issue.
He's height 5. I can see you because there's definitely a line right through here.
Oh yeah, the height 5 is also devastating.
Front here.
For the Greater Bears,
Like,
Yeah.
eyeballing it.
they're hard to hide.
Here.
Yeah, the graders
We
are
just
5,
moved
the
him there.
generals
Okay,
are
so he's just
5.
setting it up.
This is not perfect.
We're gonna
Or is he
move the
just moving?
stairs a little bit.
Sure.
So that I can get the hippo where he's
Just
kind of
think about
supposed to be. No,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
stairs can sit.
Having played with Greater
I
Air
just need
Elementals
them
before,
not in the
like
front
the only
front.
safe
There you
place
go.
to hide
Perfect.
them is behind the
And then
enemy.
the hippo kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a strange thing to
Very
see.
well.
Yeah.
These
I'm
guys
in
can
my
they
safe
see.
space
I doubt it, but
behind your lines.
So it's pretty cool. Chet is playing kind of conservative in a sense now that the initial fights have started happening. I like that he didn't bring both hippos and he brought one to the side like
can
that.
I see this guy with my arc?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So now he's gonna have all these
The
options.
answer is
Yes. I would love. Okay. I was gonna say I would love Chet to drop.
But I can't make that charge because I'm out of
Yeah,
time.
the only scary thing is
Move
that
the wall.
Greater Air Elemental's still alive over there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Totally uncontested.
But honestly, where's he gonna go?
Well, hopefully
And
Dennis
he
starts
doesn't get
smiling
rear
in here.
charge.
Oh, probably not though.
So yeah, we're gonna take the flank on Madrigal, the elf.
Take the flank on the individual.
He's gonna pop
Oh.
his indomitable will.
That
Here it is.
is violent.
Gotta play.
Hindered.
Yeah, but who cares?
Who cares?
You
I
kill-
don't think he
you-
gets.
you
Well,
kill her.
he only gets 18 attacks.
Terror gonna go
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah, but-
exactly.
He still has a. Oh no, the
man.
hero. Oh, does the hero have? Oh,
I
no,
should
the other
have checked the base placement.
She's
before I
11-13. She's defense 3.
No,
That's not
it's
great.
the elf. No,
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
I
okay.
should have
That's
checked and made sure the
vicious.
base was right before I did
Gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
Yeah, that is.
So
You're
he
high
goes from.
five,
He
correct?
goes. He still hits with 9,
I
right?
go front to front.
So yes, he still hits with 9,
Yeah.
Cool.
Nope.
and then wounds with probably 9.
Probably 9 with vicious.
Yeah.
8 or 9 is likely.
With 2s on vicious, yeah, I'd say
And
9
then
is
so-
good.
So looking at like
Yeah,
5.
actually, that's pretty good.
And then the hero in the front, while he was wavered, does he have
Sounds about right.
indomitable will?
The Peg hero does have indomitable.
That'll be.
Yeah, he'll probably.
Yeah. All right, let's get these guys where they belong anyway.
He'll have 3 attacks with sword of slashing that hits on
Get this
3s
guy where he belongs.
because he won't be hindered.
Eh,
And there's
Close.
basically nothing else to do with
Yeah.
that unit right now because you can't fly. You're on the ground. There's an
Because
enemy in
Jim
front
with
of
a
you.
cloak. This guy has 4.
Yeah, it's true. He is grounded, so he's stuck.
30.
Yeah, so he's going to add to that. So on average, she should take
Oh my God! Could he?
10 wounds, 11 wounds.
Could have.
At that point, you're rolling not
He was.
and
He was right here.
Chet's looking for the overrun into the flank of the greater air, or not the greater,
Let's take
the regular
that.
air
He was
elemental.
right here because we want it to be.
But I don't know if
that's
he needs
all,
that.
it's a
Oh,
hell of
let's,
an
let's, yeah, let's see. Here's 20.
He's probably out of 20 anyway. He's out.
Sad.
We're not gonna take it. That is such bullshit. I can't do it.
All right.
Can't bring myself to do that.
Close to it, but not quite.
This is round 1. We
Yeah.
are playing on 65
My head was
minute
like, oh, this will
clocks for
block
each
these
player
guys.
and are
So
doing
it's
finish
just a matter of
phase.
like.
Let me go take a look at their calls. I'll see where we're at.
Yep.
So she's just going to do something different.
Eric, the most mobile of the three of us, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know how your yoga
it 'cause I'm young?
going, but I am not limber these days.
Side,
not at
so
all.
back up and block his rear.
I've been working a lot
it's still
for the
probably
past
gonna
couple
hit
of weeks to get
form.
everything set up for the tournament. So like I'm tired going into
So Chet has 24 minutes on clock and Jason
These
has
terrain boxes
22.
are hitting
Oh, yeah,
it.
sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean
they're,
these
they're
are
actually
fast
very
maneuvable armies, and you spend half your clock in the first two turns easy.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
correct.
You can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at how many dice they're rolling with just doing these attacks. And I will say this, they are playing very clean.
They will
Which will take some of your clock, but I think is worth it. It's a better overall experience for everybody,
Okay,
and I think you get a better game out of it in general.
I agree.
So they're staying calm. Nobody's freaking out, trying to move
So,
stuff too
well, you
quickly.
can't go 10 and pivot.
It's
You're
good.
nimble. You have to go here.
And
For
they're,
now.
they're
You
communicating,
can always do something.
The communication is key.
which is nice.
It's just like any loving relationship.
But I
Yeah,
You
I
have
love
to
to
be
see
able to talk to them and
even
give it to
charging
them
that
honest.
doesn't even stop you.
Or take it honest. Take
So-
your pick.
It disorders them, which takes away my memory.
Yeah. I do.
Oh yeah.
I am
Steve
interested to
wants
see
get into
what-
that, maybe.
Jason has left after this turn.
Fucking
'Cause
charges nothing against that unit.
We're getting into a lot of combats this turn.
Yep.
I don't trust myself to kill modern.
I hope you don't. We'll see
So
though.
we'll see what happens. I think the greater heirs will probably be
This
fine.
blocks line of sight, which is cool.
The general and winged beast is not going to bring a greater elemental.
Doesn't block the line
He
of
will
sight.
ground him, and that's just as bad.
This guy's
He's
probably
disordered, so
Just
he
as
loses
bad.
memory.
right. But he's back up.
Yeah. Jet still has a bowman and I think a wizard just kind of hanging out over here.
Yep.
Just
Well, I think they're just waiting to see what scoring is going to happen.
Yeah.
Who cares?
He's going to stand on one.
Yeah.
All right, that's news.
Y'all are stuck with me. What the hell? So,
All right. We know the hippo is in range for a charge here. Are you okay if I do that? The hippo was here.
Okay.
A frontal charge. Remember we asked if I was in the front.
Sure. Can you?
so Chet's just navigating through this right now.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
that's
a lot of charges. He's going to lose a unit of air elemental,
Five.
and one of his graders is going to get grounded, and the cav are going to be stuck fighting that general and winged beast over there on the upper left side of the screen. So, viciously enough, Jason's in a little bit of a spot because he's going to lose probably a unit this turn and his character, but more importantly, he's going to get held down, which in this fight, that's not what he wants. And Chet has some decent backups kind of hanging around waiting to hit people, so see how it goes. I do think he has another greater elemental over further towards the left, towards the water
We're
pool,
just gonna do what we do.
who will be able to rear charge something, which is beautiful. That gets to happen. That'll keep him in the game a little bit.
Over here, what's Nim is what?
We'll see what
13 and
happens.
17 or some stuff.
Nimue?
As you can see, Chet kind of looking around over there on the right side. He's got those archer units. And he's got
11,
some
13.
Pegasus.
Okay.
I think they're just going to hang out, take their time, and they're
Madriga
going to be in this game. And what's really good about that for his type of army with all the mobility is it allows him to keep hitting with the units that want to beat people down. He has fours that are cheap that can go as 4 for him.
Height 4.
Right.
But my guy's in the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not gonna bother with it. Okay. All right. So
Move
everything's horrible. I'm not happy with
and
it.
then not.
Okay. No shooting.
Okay.
Let's just
Chet
go
does
down.
everything.
I'm not happy about what I did in some spaces. It's just that picking that hippo up was a mistake.
Here we starting.
What's that?
Where are we starting?
Over here, 14 in flank.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Chet, get your fucking head of
Oh,
the game.
That 2 is no good. And
And
Thunder 1.
You lost Thunder because I disordered you.
Oh yeah,
So
2s are no good.
Still doing 8 wounds. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear that's all.
Yeah, 8 wounds in a flank of a 14-16 or 15-17.
Threes for
Yeah,
5.
15-17.
And this guy's Thunder
Oh,
1.
so that was a plank. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
One
brutal.
of those ones,
Yeah, never
four
mind.
more.
I'm at 12. So 5 once, I believe, to kill.
Oh,
Talk 7, I'll do it.
yep.
That's
All right. So that's going to be probably 2 units lost this turn. So he's running out of teeth.
Well, yeah.
I don't feel great about his
No matter
individual
what I do,
chances.
you're going to get the flank or the rear.
And if that gets a flank, the air elementals with the already hitting unit in the front, they are
These are
gone.
the surgeon.
Here,
So that was that was Jason Stormwind Cav getting picked up by a double charge from Chet's
All right,
General
well,
Homing
I think-
Beast, one in the front, one in the flank.
If I overrun, at least you have to do surging to get in there.
And now trying to figure out what to do
But if
because
I
the wind's
pivot
over
and I
here.
change faces, you have
Greater air
front
elemental here.
baby on both. Sure, there's an angle I can make you front here.
yeah, they don't hit in combat really. They hit on force. With
Yeah,
the
definitely looks to me more for the surge. It gives us wizard something that he
And
has.
the Pathfinder.
And if it goes bad,
Yep.
you can always roll a surge 8 and you can roll 0 successes. Not
No
that
matter what, you're going to
do
get a
that all
flank
the time.
with this
Calm down. You've done this
guy.
more than once.
Mike and I have both done that.
If I sidestep this guy, he'll go
Yeah,
right,
but Mike only plays undead.
probably most likely end up
one or two. Yeah, two.
If I back up, that might be the best way to do it. But then you just
What happened?
still gonna get, like I said, still gonna get surge. He's gonna
Bart's,
back up.
Bart's cursed at my tournament every year, at least one game. He's winning in turn 6 and has to roll a turn 7, and on turn 7 he loses.
Yeah, he did that to me 2 years in a row.
It happens to him every year.
That's
That's sad.
call that a refund.
Sad.
I guess.
It is.
It's not great. You're
My
still in my
basement
front
is
arc, so
cursed.
if you want to get that front gear,
So, real quick, Mark, you know what that man needs?
A shot. I'm going to
big fight
commentate. Give him
into
a shot later.
the elf.
Yeah, I mean,
Big
not
one.
No, no, we'll see what he does.
we're busy.
Fours.
Alpha
Shot
Drunken
with
Ram
lunch.
hitting on fours here.
But
Be
you're
fair.
short.
Uncle Jimmy's hanging out right there,
Don't get helm.
so he can come
Just
get
hit on
this.
fours because I'm in the
Yeah,
wall.
this is just
And then
going
you'll
to be
hit
such
Helm
a
gives me stuff
violent
that's wrong.
turn.
crush
So I
one.
normally have crush 2, so I'm crush 1 thunder 1.
Yeah,
So,
So-
Oh,
you
boy.
So
he's
minus
got
2
air
vicious.
elementals here, I think.
you need 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the vicious.
Oh God,
What do we got?
6.
So 6 wounds.
And the little guy has a blade.
No, this
he's
might be
doing-
into
doing it on the character.
character.
5 or
So
Yes.
there's I'm defense 4.
So
3 is
wait.
Defense
Why was
3.
it 2s then? I'm thunder 1 crush 1.
You don't get your thunder because you're Taylor. And
Oh,
Helm
you
Yeah, but
didn't-
you're defense 3.
But
No,
you
no.
get defense 3.
She is.
He hits fine, but your 4 does not get thunder, and it
It's
doesn't.
minus
get helm.
1 thunderous when you
Maybe that's neutral.
Right.
And they have the ram
Helm.
helm.
Just double check me on
100%.
helm,
Or the Elven
please.
Archmage. Either of them.
But I don't think you get
It's,
helm in a disordered charge or a hindered charge. I think it only works in the open.
Double check. We got Derek on the job. He's a moving beast
You
today.
can use
Everybody.
thunderous
yeah,
one special
Drunken Ram,
rule,
I
but
think
may not
specifically
benefit from
says-
either Pathfinder or Strider, except special rules from carrying out a charge.
You can drop.
Thunder 2, thunder 1. So it is 2s.
There's only one map either way.
Magic good? Oh shit! I'm sorry. Yeah, it would have been 2.
Okay, so we got
sorry.
it.
It's either way.
My
You want me to
mistake.
just roll
He's
the whole
doing
thing again?
2s, not
Whatever you want to
3s.
do, you got a
He's
minimum of
taking his
6. You roll
individual
it,
as
let's
defense.
Re-roll it
Right.
again, but I do it off the clock so I don't burn my
Bring it in
clock.
hot.
Yeah, go for it.
Just gotta set them right sometimes. You know?
Dude,
I'm so
it's a
sorry.
lot of rules in the game. And why don't you keep the 2 from the peg hero because he doesn't change anything at all. That doesn't affect anything we
Yeah,
talk
Yeah,
about.
we'll see what happens.
Course,
You got
and
a
I get to,
minimum of
oh, I
6.
don't have to roll.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot of
That's
dice.
way better.
Way
There
Oh
better.
my.
There you go.
And then
And then deuces.
anything but re-rolling ones.
Yeah, with re-roll ones, that character is.
So not snakes, twice.
Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
1.
Does he do
Got
it?
him. We're gonna overrun.
Yeah.
Think-
yeah, into the flank of the airs.
Because it's not where the unit is, correct?
He needs to not roll like a 1 though.
Should be wherever your base should be in the middle of
Right.
his
So
base.
let's we'll
think-
deconstruct this to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Again, good clean play. I like to see it.
Talking it out. I love to see it.
Yeah, it looks like a
2 would.
A 4.
you're gonna do it. A 4 will absolutely do it.
Oh no.
Zero question.
Right.
And then
Yeah, not that I think that
This
greater
guy's
air
gonna
elemental
stop face
that
and
air
then-
elemental unit was gonna be alive next turn
You're
anyway,
going
but
facing
this
that
just steals it.
yeah.
way.
let's-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Now we roll again. The guys in the
And
front
that's
on
gonna
that
give
horde.
him a dope
and
ass
on
reform
3
after that
counter
too.
charge.
So he's
Oh, yeah.
pretty.
Yep.
Yeah, losing the
And
two
crush
hitting
1
units.
vicious.
instead
We
of
roll
just
the 1 for the
that's
vicious.
smart.
Nothing.
That's-
Defense is 4, so 3
Yeah,
is
he's losing a lot of teeth.
damage from the front guys.
Got 8.
For as early as this game is, I feel like the sun is setting very, very quickly on Jason.
2s.
I think there are a couple things that he could have done better starting at deployment, but I think for the most part he made the best of that
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
And this is a hard matchup.
And
So
then
it's-
2
He wants to dance around, shoot, hide, get stuff. But
Yeah.
fighting down the strike target's just going to get in you,
Correct.
and he's losing the ability to fight back
Yep.
pretty quick.
You're going. No, just
Oh,
one.
There, yeah. Oh god, yeah.
have
And
it.
Chet with very
Oh, all right.
like I said, the
These guys
archers
can't pivot
walking around just
turn
for
because they're
stuff.
facing
Oh yeah,
him.
It allows those units to just keep fighting so hard. You don't have to worry about it.
So that's not okay.
Yep.
All those beast cav units can keep just beating the hell out of
Like
things down
this.
there.
Well, they can't see me.
Yeah,
when
this
they're
is a matchup where you didn't need Chat.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a weird
gonna
set
have
of
to be like some
scenarios.
So all his wizards do in this matchup are
Guys are on this base.
Yeah, they don't care.
so.
looks good. And then
You
this
know,
is not here.
From the start, you look at their list construction. You have 10 scoring units to 14. Like,
Right.
You look at that and you go,
This
their
is
limit
set now.
You're
the
good.
pack set. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
This guy
7, 8, 9,
have to
10, 11, 12.
pivot around the
It's
center.
11 flying units that are speed 10 that can just go score. It's
Well, if you're out of the woods, I can't see you.
very,
And
very
Nimble
hard.
on quite a few of them also, so it's just kind of he just goes where he wants.
Yeah, I think Nimble on 8 of them,
He is
You're out of
flying.
maybe 7.
I think a really unfortunate thing too for this matchup is that the Windborn have with their wind
This is where I'm
blast
making sloppy
stuff,
moves.
It's
and their
it's
speed
tricky
9,
once you get
they're not
like,
really that effective in this matchup.
All right.
So
They're
bring
just kind of
the
there.
bottom of
Correct.
Yep.
They're
Especially against
still
a surge.
alive right
Wait.
now.
I
I
didn't
don't
roll
know
my
what they're
attacks
really
from the
gonna
hippo.
Yeah,
Seven attacks from the hippo.
I mean,
Oh,
high
yeah,
and
here,
hope to
yeah.
blow something off
Anything
of an
but
objective at the end of the
4
game.
wounds.
one goes
You
to
could do that. That's
Right.
true.
Right.
That's 3 turns to hide, right? Like
It's
that's
so
fine.
hard to hide against this though, because while archers aren't doing a ton,
He can't pivot
they
twice,
still
right?
have 10 attacks. They
Okay,
hit
so
on
he's
5.
not going to be in
Right.
range to hit them because it's not a straight
The
line.
Windborn are only what
Yeah,
defense
two.
4, maybe
Yeah.
at
Yeah, they're not-
11,
they're not great.
13. You do like 3 wounds to them and then hit them with a mind fog. They are in waiver territory,
Oh yeah.
and then they're immobile, and you can chase them down.
So is it the after? Who's wrong?
All right, so he's going to try and do
I
something
was
like
probably
this.
wrong because my hippo face probably
I
bumped
think
me.
he might try and maybe turn sideways. No,
You just see where I end up.
he could go sideways if he's within an angle where he can move. And
I
then
think he's
surge.
trying to sidestep.
Oh, he's doing
Or
that.
maybe not.
I think we have moved on to turn.
I think
bottom
he's
of
trying to
turn
look for a rear charge,
And
hitting
then I
on
can
4
do
instead of 3, which isn't bad.
one on them.
You know, 27 attacks, I'll still take
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, on 4s, I'll still do that.
The problem is he's not nimble.
Because it's squared
No,
on.
but you just need to be for that.
Yep.
It doesn't fly.
So could then do
Oh, I see which unit
Yeah,
he's looking at.
he's
That's
happy.
my
He
bad.
needed to see-
because of this.
My bad. I thought he was looking at the central unit, not the north unit.
Should be good.
So I think he's just going to rear towards them because I don't think there's another option for that thing, honestly, that matters.
Yeah.
Try and put as many wounds on stuff as you can.
Yeah. At least make up some points in attrition, but
Yeah, and it will also get some stuff off the board, which he needs to do badly.
Good launch.
And the Windborn Cav with their Wind Blast, it does wound on, it gets rolled wounds. So
Yeah.
anything you put wounds on a bunch, they have more of a chance to possibly break. Because I also believe Chet does not have any healing in this list.
8 clean, correct?
No, I don't think so.
4.
Right, like as far as casters go and stuff. I don't think he has heal or celestial rest out running
Oh,
No, his wizards are chaff. One of them has mind fog.
oh, it
That's
was
it.
wind blast. That's
yeah,
right.
one of them.
So any wounds you're putting on these guys are sticking, and that's great for you. You love that with
Right, the wind
Windborn
blast guy
Cav.
was playing. He was the wind blast guy. He wasn't in range of her. He was right in the middle. He just moved right in.
Bottom of turn 3.
It's a gruesome game. I'll tell you, that's
He has one.
two. They just rip each other to pieces.
Yeah.
He was right here. and he charged
Which I
him.
think was expected.
Oh, it has to happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Chet is definitely a force the issue kind of player.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
And it's such a brutal thing. It's less of that scary, like,
Then an intro.
I'm afraid to pull the trigger if you're doing like OGL versus OGL or something like that, because you already know as Jason has the surge, you're just going to get hit with it. You may as well just pull the trigger, kill as
Right.
much as you can, and
Right.
deal with it, which is exactly what Chet did.
Yeah.
Smart move. Very
Yeah.
smart move.
And especially with how timid Jason played, you can really flex that fact that he only has 2 sources.
Range here.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Go 10.
Yeah.
And that's the shame of it all. Even if he had the maximum potential
I don't think I can get a
to
flank.
get flanks with all 4 of his like surging guys, he'd only be able to do it with half of them, which is unfortunate. Even if he had a third guy who would be really good.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, at my height of running Silverkin, my search sources were quite literally just tree herders.
Right, but you were also running only 2 greater airs and no units.
I was running a single greater air.
Single greater air. So yeah, even better.
So,
I mean, again, as someone who has literally ran nothing but tree herders for surge,
That's true.
it's a choice.
Yeah,
It's
that's fair. That's fair.
one.
So yeah, I mean, he's. I give it to Jason. He's definitely just keeping his focus, and he's just playing through, looking for whatever he can. And that's sometimes what you just got to do. He might get a pleasant surprise with rolls or something, and just be back in this game right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. The Windborn Cab, I still don't really know what he's going to do with them entirely.
I think I could do
It looks like he's trying to get them north of the 1 unit, and he's going to wind blast something. I don't know necessarily much, but he's just going to put wounds on the board and hope for
this case.
That's the big thing. I mean, even if he's wind blasting the archers per se, he gets to roll a wound.
Right.
You never know.
Okay.
Right, and the archers are what? 10, 12?
Yeah, well, he started. He's paying the points for him. He may as well use them and start getting those wounds on where he can.
There. And then turn in.
I think you're still on the side.
Yeah, it's going to be a flank still.
Yeah, it's still flank.
Okay.
All right.
So
this turn's taking a little bit of time. I think that they are just kind of feeling out the surge possibilities. It's something that the more you play with it, in my opinion, the more you have conversations with your opponent about, hey, I'm trying to surge and do this, just so you know, does this work? Because if you just do stuff, you move your units and you're like, I'm going to surge and this is going to work, and you didn't talk about it, some people get really fucked up about that.
Yep. Again, they're doing a really great job of having that constructive conversation and understanding with each other what's going on.
Yeah. And if the more you play a surge army, the more you get used to it, you can do some nasty things with surge that people don't. They look at it and say you can't get in there, but you know that you can based off the previous experience. They might just not have that outlook, so you always want to talk about
Robert ran away.
So I think Jason's doing a really good job, just kind of like, hey, I'm going to put this proxy base here. Does this look good? Does this flank?
That is not what I was expecting.
And she's
that guy literally just turned and advanced all the way out of the way. He's not even looking at the other unit, so he's not even a search target. I think what he's doing is he's playing for the following turn, which is something that I really respect because
that's hard to not pull the trigger on a rear charge.
Right.
That's really hard.
Even when you're down and out.
It's making me like these regiments of
look at
not regiments, hordes of Windborn.
Trying to bet a lot more.
I used to like
you're never out of a Kings of War game, which is one of the reasons why I love it.
Looking for one success.
Pays off for.
Got it.
Yeah, so taking that rear is spicy.
Down.
So we'll see. We'll see what he does.
General?
Any negatives? You got your leader point out.
Also, I believe is that a wizard in front of them?
Rerolling ones
in the center of the board.
Two
hits. Defense.
It's right here.
No,
I
think it is. I think that's a wizard, so I assume they didn't do a wound to the air. But I would think he would still have to disengage. I don't know if they discussed that.
Come on.
He might not have done anything, so who knows?
Yeah, because he would never have been able to see the other unit of cap because
I don't think that's something Chet would miss though.
I don't think it'll matter.
No, right.
So I think we're probably fine. And we're already in. He just rolled the surge, so if they mess that up, we're going.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Just the flank.
Correct.
Got it.
So yeah,
good.
Yep.
At least you're not wheeling. I'll take that.
Yeah, don't want that. Well, he's going. Like I said, he's just going.
10. Yuck.
Wow. So was that the wind blast?
Yeah, I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
6.
That does it. Nice work.
I killed something with a flame. Yay! It does work.
He did it.
No, my God.
He's the
Don't roll
best.
You're so brave.
He's the best around.
Yeah.
Never gonna get you down.
Now,
They got a fry.
so now, so what's his worry with this? So here's what's weird. So that Greater Air Elemental is stuck there, obviously.
I think it looks like he's facing the one unit of Ab, and I assume he's just gonna assume the one that took the rear is gonna die. Because that is the Brewer Strength unit. So it's 54 attacks on 3s and then 4s.
So 5.
So 54 attacks, you're going to hit with, what is that, 36, and then you're going to wound with 18. Yeah, that's pretty...
We need these rolls to fucking work out. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty concerning.
That's pretty good.
13.
One more.
You could do it.
He's
now.
got one more.
You need a 4 twice as stands.
Chet's even talking to him. He's like, you can do this. I believe in you.
You got me.
Yeah, you got him. All right, so that's good. That's going to keep him in the game a little bit longer there. I like that.
There.
Yeah, I mean, we are playing an objective scenario, so you got to have scoring units, and you got to have scoring units with more unit strength than your opponent. So, Jason, I mean, Chet's got so many fast things, he can fly them around, but a lot of his stuff is just one unit strength.
Ready?
So,
Find out
if you pick up his higher unit strength stuff,
Okay. Very, very, very good, though, that he was able to pick up that Beast Cab
I want
unit.
to
That's
find out.
important.
Knew
oh
it.
yeah,
He needed to get some of these hard-hitting units off the
Oh,
board.
look at that. The 2's in the center of the board. Who would have seen that
Okay,
coming?
so I was wrong on that.
and another 0.
Not necessarily. That still might be a 2 in the water down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So keep pointing at the screen like you guys can see it.
All right. These guys gonna move.
Oh, they're going. And see, he's just moving up. Now we're in that. He's in that phase where, sadly, also Jason doesn't really have many units left to really run around properly.
Good. I'm glad. Look at this. I'm glad he's slow rolling it. Let him. You don't need to rush onto the objectives yet.
Dude, not on turn 4.
Like I saw him put the proxy base up on the hill, and I was like, no, dude, you're good.
All right. So
You don't need to run.
flank here on him, or a sweet flank on him,
But I will say,
and then these guys are in the front. Is that correct?
getting a little tight on time.
He's in front of that
He
unit.
started the turn with 24 minutes, so he's going to be.
That can go
And I
front,
know
but I
Chet.
think
He
the
likes
better plan
to
is getting rid of
use
your
his
high
clock as a resource. He will use it as
Major
long
unit.
as he has it.
Yeah, I think they're.
And he's not even wounded, right?
Yeah, he's clean. This guy's got 5.
We can finish the phase. So again,
Going there.
so long as you say the name of the phase before your clock finishes.
Now I have to be majority.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and again, they're only on turn 4, so there's
Your cloak again.
still a lot of game left to play.
There is. And
And these armies
She stayed
get
there, right?
much faster on their turn as they lose pieces.
oh yeah, no, it's gonna. Well, they might stare blankly at the board for 2 minutes trying to figure out where to move a guy, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's always my favorite. Is like take 2 minutes at the start of your turn, figure out what you want to achieve, and then do everything in your power to achieve that.
He's
It's always my
Oh
favorite.
yeah, I've stared into oblivion many a time. Sometimes it stares back at you. It's
He's
not
gonna charge. He's gonna charge the flank.
just looking at the board, being like, I don't think I'm going to work this out.
Shut up.
Here or here?
This guy has to move first.
Understood.
So we're gonna move her into this space down here. Pivot, move.
So pivot, move.
She's nimble. Bing bang.
You're good.
She can pivot that way, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Pivot like that.
There you go.
That's it. That's where she's going.
There we go.
These guys are gonna continue to man this wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Hold those 2 points,
Easier
boys.
if we get a weird flank.
That's your life now.
Maybe.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
He might also. I mean, I wonder if he's going to try and take shots at the Windborne Cab. He gets
These
shots,
guys are
so why
moving
not?
up.
I mean, they're in cover.
They are. And
They're going to hit
stealth,
10 attacks. Oh, wait, they have stealth?
probably. They're wind
Probably.
dancer
He's gonna
things,
pivot.
but even if not, I mean, you get the shots. Even if you do 2 wounds, it's something, right?
Yeah. Oh, he needs 6. If they have stealth, he needs 6s with 5 attacks. If they don't have stealth, it's 6s with 10.
That they're actually they only move 5. I can shoot you.
Yes. If you
That's pretty fun. I might mind fog that.
Fuck you, Gil.
Or an arc rather. And then
Got to kill the greater air.
he's gonna just move to here. Okay. So that these guys can charge in
and be clean.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Ouchies.
So 4's on
So is that preventing the hindered?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good.
Yep. Here.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the flank with the Oh yeah, no. He's
getting less clean to have some of the bases on there.
yeah. I don't blame him at this point. He needs
This
to
hippo
pick that unit up.
into
Oh my. So yeah, if that unit doesn't have tons of wounds on him too, with the greater, if one greater air gets in the flank, I don't think it kills it.
here.
Okay.
So I can react to whatever happens. Easy flanks at 10.
Those dollar store toys might die.
You can only turn around. Yeah, you spend 2 pivots to just face me. Yep. So no of that.
Yeah, so I guess that guy's just hanging out,
Okay,
waiting
so
to
it's
see what
where
happens.
the model is now.
Yeah, it should be like this. And I'm trying to think because if you pivot, turn.
Oh God!
Good Lord. Chet, careful.
The laser still hurts through the screen.
Those handmade lasers.
Did we just blind the whole internet? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
If anybody
Okay, here we go.
didn't hear
Dice time.
about this,
Run
Mike
that time.
Atkins,
Where you want to start?
Oh, shooting.
customized made
Five
lasers
shots to your
for us,
greater,
very
hitting on.
small lasers,
10.
and you weren't here to
5.
get
Oh, no,
them.
6.
Suck it.
7, right?
Well, I moved and there's cover.
So-
You're right.
7. Yeah, sorry.
So
You're right,
nothing.
you're right.
Okay.
You know I keep that
Mind
thing
fog
on me.
Mind fog. Got it off. Mind
Every time
fog.
for me to announce that I'm going to
Doesn't
open
do
store and
anything.
start selling these things.
Okay.
After I assemble them by
Oh,
fucking
I
hand.
can shoot him too.
Yes, you can.
They're beautiful.
I already rolled the nerve. Do you mind if I roll the shooting anyway?
It's terrifying.
And no cover from them.
Yeah,
So
you're
they're
not
gonna
cover.
they're gonna get the 10.
Yes.
All right. Jet rolling in combat here.
They'll
We'll
get
do-
cover.
Yeah,
Are we
they're
shooting?
nervous.
I still
Poop.
shooting.
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
11,
his.
13.
Windborne?
Just over there showing off your taint.
I didn't even know
And
where my
3,
laser.
is that a wound?
I don't know.
Wait, what do you look for?
You never know against
My laser.
that.
I don't even know where it is.
Okay.
I think it's in here somewhere, maybe.
All right, guys in the front with the
I don't know.
helm of the drunken ram, hitting on 3s.
Oh, that's a ram helm unit too. Not that they
Kicking butt
need
and
it.
rolling butts.
Yeah.
All that goes through.
So 15.
So
You're already at 6.
okay,
12 wounds. Huh.
One more time.
got
You
it.
good, you got it.
Cool.
And then that will pick up
There they go.
Yeah,
No matter what I
that's-
do, I'm giving up
the air
flanks and
elemental
rears.
horde.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot.
so now they're in a really, really hard spot because both at the top
Picture-
center with the number 5 die there and on the
These
bottom
guys
left, thank you,
want to
are 2 greater airs that
they're
are
facing this way.
just free to do whatever they want.
That's hard.
That's the hard
We'll
part.
get over there.
So like there's no protection from that.
He is trying to position his general to react.
Correct.
Because no matter what, I'm going to give him a
What's
flank.
funny about this, it's so funny how this game turned out. It kind of looked like Jason was down and out for a second, but just fighting through, soon they're probably, none of them are going to have these big hitting units anymore.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart list construction. Has these 3 archer units untouched, just hanging out being dudes.
Yep.
Basically, yeah. So I think we're down to this is the last horde left on the table. Everything else is a regiment of archers or a troop or a monster.
Yep.
I'll need 2 storage there.
Yeah, and I believe there are only 3 scoring units left for Jason.
Would appear so, yes.
So
And he's still got the wizards running around too. So I think,
right.
I think he has some strong scoring things, but also the greater air elementals with having a charge of 20. He has to be careful with the wizards and stuff for scoring because if he can get a charge off, he's going to kill them and take the point.
Oh, and it's, yeah.
We'll do that.
So this game is very much still live.
Yeah, I mean, I still am hard pressed to say that Jason's in a good position.
Twice. No.
Do a straight front.
But
Well, so it depends.
it'll be interesting to see how the rest of it plays out.
Because I could do that.
Very good game.
Slight angle.
Very strong players actively right here. It's nice to see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh boy.
I got enough range to come in like
Oh, you need to do this.
that was good.
He's gonna regret the day he leaned over that table.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's just going to try and hit the side right there with a surge.
Let's see if I can
So that's one caster that needs to surge.
That's the question. Do I have?
Definitely
Is there,
within an inch right there.
Oh boy.
well, if we move the model,
Again, I love all the proxy bases. It's a beautiful thing to see.
With this type of army too, and I do this when I play Empire of Dust because I have undead worms and stuff like that. I don't think there's many people, hopefully, that when they play such a mobile surge army like these things, they don't have proxy bases. Otherwise, they're
Right.
right.
Get some Uncle Jimmy in you.
so maybe and then 18 to 7 for 2. Because he's got crown. He's there. He's going to move over to here. And,
So Jordan's going to get my laser. I left it over at the table.
and he's going to move.
Mike Gill, I don't think you're going to be able to get a laser because you're not here. So, sorry, but you can suck it. Show up next time.
I'm sorry. I should have done that. Is that okay with you? If that makes
You gotta do what you gotta do.
okay. Shooting. We're going to start with
Mr. Mike, do we have any exciting results?
We have some results. I'm not sure if they're totally exciting. I've been looking at
3 hits.
picks
4 hits. So
that people made. So Mike Zellemeyer beat Max Kenny. That was a clean sweep from our panel for the surprise there. Matt Schenker did beat Bart in their challenge, which was a 2-1 pick for Bart. That's kind of going against expectations. And Jordan beat Bill, and it was 2-1 on the panel for Bill. Other than that, everything is kind of going along with how the panelists picked.
Neat.
So is he trying to surge into the front of the beast cab, or are they facing upwards?
I believe he's attempting to surge to the rear of them.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that makes more sense. Less
Yeah.
insane.
Excuse me. Combat.
Okay, so we blasted him out. He does get to roll wounds for that, which is nice.
3s and 3s.
Yeah, and again, that wizard's super fragile.
Yep, and that's what you want.
3s again. 5.
Okay, let's go 6.
All right, we got going
9,
there.
16.
Biscuits.
I mean, Jason's just holding on.
Yep.
Doing what he can. I think the scoring is going to get a little brutal, but
Yes.
18.
we still got 2 turns
I just
to run around and just start smashing these archer units.
Yep. Yeah, these are not the good brother mark archers with phalanx. These ones are victims.
And looking for
Yes.
3s again.
Just utter victims.
Kings of the Men, baby.
Quantity has a quality all in its own.
Yes, poor bastards.
14.
Oh, yuck.
So
14 there, 15.
14.
Ouch. Dead.
Ouch,
They did more
indeed.
than their fair share of work.
Yeah, that last horde goes down, so we're looking bare bones on the board at this point.
I've got to do. Pivot will still give you a side. That'd give you a rear. So I think what I got to do is do this to give you a front.
You're still
Yeah, so
flush.
he's going to take a
I gotta
front
be
from
moving.
the general and wing beast, and then a flank
We still have
from
to
the hero.
millimeter out. But yeah, so
But only if the hero wants to go there. Honestly, at this point, it might be worthwhile just ignoring him and then going to kill the cab in the back and then turn it
Pause
face.
it. Let's see some of these
Either
types.
that or shut down the search casters.
Yeah, the surge
Well,
caster's
I
got to
think
go.
that
If he
would
can
matter.
get even one of them, that's incredible. But yeah, I don't think he's going to.
Go, you look at this
Right.
first. And then, like,
I don't think he's gonna go for
especially
that.
for, like, conquerors or whatever.
we'll do this one.
So yeah, man, these graders just kind of running around. So, I mean,
All right.
the one good thing, he's keeping the greater air there.
That's a strongly worded
I
question,
think
my
he can
friend. The
charge with
answer
that
is made.
general if he wants to.
Use a nerve on
Once
these
again,
guys.
not going to kill him in one turn.
Right, the greater air is full health.
Yep.
Defense 4.
I believe the
Can I-
one on the right of the screen is going to be on 5
Yeah,
wounds.
5.
I think we semi are past the let's kill everything phase. Now everybody's gonna have to start thinking about how they're gonna score this.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that might just turn into what is Jason gonna charge to get to objectives?
Yeah.
Start fighting for him.
And
Which is
I'm
neat.
flank
Very
here,
neat
but I'm out of
segue
range,
of how
so
this
I'm
game
not
started.
there.
Yeah.
5.
Just meat smashing into meat.
March is?
5. Nah, we're gonna go 5. I'm gonna shoot you from there, I think, because it's not like they do enough damage. But he can shoot, and then he can shoot 2.
I'll shoot.
So maybe
It's cover though,
then-
but
he's facing this way, right?
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So we're gonna take this guy and move him back.
oh, he's going
10.
back. Interesting.
5. How come you got to move 10 when you?
I didn't do it backwards. I wasn't
You just
wavering.
went sideways.
Yeah.
So I can. You weren't wavered.
Yeah.
Can't be wavered.
I'm either dead or I'm there.
I'm
We're at time to party or I'm not there. Yep.
He goes here.
All right, so he's just opting to move back, and he's going to take some shots at greater air, which I don't think is going to do much to it. I mean, it's defense 4. He can roll hot, but
Okay. And then
Yeah, but
two units archers.
flip him around. Make him face the correct direction.
Does that look correct?
He looks good enough to me.
All right. We've got 5 on.
Oh no, he's got 5 wounds on him. Okay, so that's realistic.
And then he only gets 1 pivot.
Correct. If you hit him and disorder him.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
We don't care about getting into shooting range here.
Yep. There you go.
He is getting very, very
Tell me where
close.
to put him. Like there.
So they can
Those elementals.
only move. I don't want to get wind blasted off. That's the problem. So I want to be right in the center of it. Oh, I know what I can
He's
do.
going to do some good shooting wounds, hopefully,
I
but
know.
yeah, I don't know. Getting close to the greater air elementals when they can just kind of float around and hit you, he's going to start losing scoring units that way if he can't.
And then this guy's gonna charge me in the face.
Oh boy. Okay, no, he's going in. So he's just trying to hold him down.
Well, which wouldn't be bad for me.
He
and I can
wants to
maybe
just ground
shoot
that
those
elemental
guys.
so he can't do
And I can't
shenanigans.
mind fog him because of where I put the mind fog guy. But if I put
That's
the
very
mind
smart.
fog guy, because he is nimble, if I put him right here, still does the same effect of saving my wind blast and potentially gives me a
Okay, so
clean
he's
line somewhere to that
keeping for the
unit.
points.
I would say it does. Would you agree?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. So bing, bang,
Boom.
there. Take
Yeah,
it back.
and
so
you
I
just
can't
see Chet just locking in,
Right.
doing his moves, clarifying.
gonna fly over to here.
Okay.
No, she's gonna fly in and charge these guys, so I can't get flying from the hippo.
Yep. All right, so he's just trying to jam it in.
He's clean right now. And they're fearless. 18.
Dingleberry. I'm gonna have to go in.
Well,
I don't like
He's
it.
going in there. He doesn't want to. I don't like that either.
his wings were a little bit big.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Do you want to?
You're fine. You're fine. And so this is one of your 2, the 2, and the 1.
Chet, a gentleman.
That's probably the other one, so I didn't do that. Let's take this girl over here. Pivot. The windborne are gonna get her. We're just gonna
Might
hang
have to
out.
trank Griff by round 2.
He's gonna get her.
Well, yeah,
Then you won't start.
probably.
He's doing aerobics over there.
Cut. Spread out. Spend the energies. So pivot, and then I'll be facing this way.
All right.
You're good.
So still setting things up for the following turns, and just in case, I mean that will be a scoring token. I believe they've already dropped their zeros, but
Nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that that's a thing. I know that's a thing too, though. She could pivot and go there, I guess. Yeah, the windborder's super gonna push me back.
Now, with this game is just still very interesting.
I'm going there instead.
He's
From
got to
here
lock these
to
2
there.
greater air elementals down as best as he
No,
can,
facing this
because if
way.
not,
Pivot.
he's in such a great place to move around and start hitting units and fighting archers. Greater air elementals.
Bing, bang, boom,
Their
roll
asses
dice,
in a
I'm
straight
running
up
out
fight, which is
Okay,
hard.
shooting nothing.
So, it's
Mind
interesting.
fog. Got one hit,
Right.
and I have to do
Without
the
that, though,
shooting.
if he
They
locks
didn't
these
move it all,
down,
so
I
they
think
get
he
10
has
shots.
too many units that can run up and
Zero
score things.
cover.
So I think
Oh,
Chet's actually is
no
pretty
cover,
strong.
man in the wall.
Gotcha.
For 5s.
Nice.
Archers.
Oh my.
Archers, come on, baby.
Oh my.
3.
Ouch.
3 from the archers with a mind fog,
So
Oh,
4
no.
plus a 7.
They're wavered.
Yes.
no.
I mean, whatever. No big deal.
No.
Okay, over here we got 3 attacks from the guy
That's
going
not
into
great.
that. He has a
I think he
blade.
just wavered the
Two
windborne
hits.
units, and now they cannot
Yeah.
cast
One
spells or move around. That is devastating.
3s.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, 4. I rolled. Oh, I'll do it. You want to do it again?
Sorry.
It's okay. Re-rolling one of the misses.
One
Ouch.
hit. Need a 3.
Got it.
He's
Still
up to
one win.
6.
He's up to 6.
Boxcars to kill. We'll try it.
Don't give
All
it
right,
to
well,
me.
he did not do a lot of wounds to that
Okay, and then
greater
over
air
here,
elemental, but he did ground him.
7 attacks.
And that's the important thing of what
And
he's
that's
doing.
hitting on
That is the important
3s. So for 5 hits and 2s, 4 wounds.
He's at 4. You can't break him.
He's okay.
He is disordered.
Back to you.
Got a cookie, man?
You've been good about this. I haven't.
So not here.
Sorry, the colon called.
It happens.
These things.
I got one pivot.
Yeah, well, I get no pivots if I sidestep. And if this brings me
Oh
within,
my god.
I think that's going to be.
Man. Chet is feeling the full wrath of Surge.
We can't do it.
Yes, he is. Well, it was very nice. He was able to waver the Windborn, and he did ground the Graders.
Okay.
They are grounded. They do not
That
have
is a
fly,
start.
They do not have nimble.
Oh, no, stuff there. Wow. I might be able to kill him then. Okay. And nothing's here, correct?
That's nothing either. Move it.
So with that, he's not going to be able to surge in to the generals or the general characters he's fighting. He's not going to be able to surge into their flanks because they're grounded. So they lost nimble.
We'll just go back in.
And his one other scoring unit
Still
got
wavered. I still get nimble.
And only being
very,
crushed one.
very hard life.
Yeah. And only being crushed one, I don't think they're going to win a 1-on-1 match.
And those 3 wounds were from an archer unit. One archer unit. Yeah, he rolled really well, and then he got a mind fog off. So he
So I'll
got
get
the
a
shatter.
close on
Very cute.
them.
Fireball. Actually.
Oh, why am I putting a wound on her? She is nowhere near 6 inches.
6.
So,
He's only on 6. Bane Chant here.
okay, so he's just going to try and punch through him.
No, that's 9.
Yeah, he's on 9.
He was on 8 until you closed it. He's 9.
So he's got 9 wounds. Well, that's actually
I
very
guess he
doable.
was 6 and 9, but
So Bane Chant, we'll do memory into the lizard. Force. No elite. Force again.
All right.
2 damage.
which are at 11.
And then clattering. So effective. Not 6.
One more time.
Do it.
Oh. All right. So that's
Combat.
scoring unit off.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Sorry, did I miss a turn?
Yep.
Force. 3s.
That went first, so probably.
Looking for
Yeah,
6.
they're both.
Bottom of 5. Moving fast.
8
Yeah,
and
sorry, I got distracted looking at the.
No, all good.
3.
You've got important things to do.
So 11
Yep.
wavered.
So
Oh, Will. It was
pretty
nice
good.
knowing
Now
you.
that other archer unit on the right, I don't know if they're on a token right now, but
I believe they are. I don't know if it is a flip token because it looks like they've been putting those little AoEs down to represent
all the tokens
scoring.
should be flipped at the end of 5. So we should see these last tokens.
Right.
Yeah.
7.
One more time.
Yeah, it should be.
17.
Uh-oh.
All right. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm doing great right now. I got water
Thank
and
you.
coffee.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
so much.
Then it's like, maybe it will. And
Right,
then,
right.
you know.
What's up? Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you, though.
We'll come and get our own. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think the last 2 are literally under the archer unit on the right and then in the lake all the way on the
Oh, you
left.
did.
Yep. Just did.
And I don't believe
Double.
the second 2 is revealed yet, but I could be wrong.
You flip it first. You have the honors, sir.
All right.
It's over there. It's underneath them. It's a 2.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a 2.
Oh.
It's a 2.
We're done. You ready for top of 6?
All right, so he's got both the 2s right now as it goes, but
Yeah.
that greater air
I am.
still alive.
Oh, the general and winged beast on the
Yeah, but
left
now it's-
side.
Now it's yeah, it did. Well, he bane chanted and it already had 9 wounds on it.
Yeah,
So he got it.
They're gonna stay there.
So
Wizard with the peg is gonna, or not peg, with the mind fog. May or may not over there.
You don't need to do that this
They're
turn.
not gonna move at all. They're just gonna shoot. They're gonna get killed, but at least they'll
Maybe
kill
he does need to do it. It's turn 6.
unit.
It's turn 6.
Actually, I think that's the right call because if he goes into the central one there with nobody currently in it,
You can back up half his
Well,
movement.
the issue
he's safe. He's safe
is-
because the greater air isn't going to want to
His front
go there because when
there.
he can get other scoring opportunities in the 2s.
Well, the horrible thing about this is getting the greater air in and the windborne. They want to get to that too, right? One of them does.
This guy.
But
Gonna
units
try
from that
they're gonna shoot that guy. They're gonna mind fog, and he's gonna hit. And this guy can't get in range to get in that token until his next turn.
and let's face it, as far as I can tell,
So forget the mind
a
fog.
3-2 over there. It's nothing happening to that unit.
Oh yeah,
He's at 2 no matter what.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're only
I
gonna
think
pick one of them.
we might just see
So 2 minus these.
Jason not having enough scoring units to
Dice.
stop this.
Right. And again, when you start with 10 scoring
Yeah, I
units,
don't know. Just
Let's just do that again.
what happens?
Sorry, I'm getting panicky with the clock.
So
And also,
Yep.
the general going into the
got 2.
greater air, he might even take that out.
Mhm.
2. Nice. They're at 5.
Oh, no.
6. Take it
Wavered
back.
again. That's perfect.
Word again.
Here,
That's
no
what
mind
he needed.
like that.
Yep.
Okay,
Oof.
we've got 14 attacks and take 4 dice out of here. Hitting on 3s.
Archers, those peasant wages, they don't pay themselves. They got to earn that.
Dice. And we're looking at 5, 10, 11, maybe
What is the
not
ACDC?
Yeah, snakes once.
You gotta. Oh God.
All right, he just picked up the greater. I think that's it for him.
And
Yeah, that steals it.
Oh my.
You get the 6 to me.
yep.
That shortens my turn up.
Yeah. So even with that, he can't.
Oh, silver!
Yeah, he's gonna take that too, and if it ends here,
They go to a
it's gonna
turn 7, it
go
sucks.
Yeah.
right.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's gonna get the flank with the surge, guaranteed kill that unit there, because they're not inspired and they're
He's got 9
terrible
on.
nerve.
Mhm.
But if it goes to 7, there is zero
He's also got 8 on him. He's
zero
also unit strength 1.
way to save him.
All right, shooting. Surge there.
Before all these games start to finish, I'm
One.
gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Got it.
Yeah, good call.
Fireball 10 here.
Yep.
I don't think you have cover. That sound good?
What? Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, that's
I don't know what you're saying.
Double check, man.
It's honest.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, you're clean.
fair.
Got 2.
2.
So 11, 12 effective. So
That's not gonna do it.
God damn, I hope when Mark listens back to this, he listens to this one exactly. That man talks one super loud. He sucks. I hate Mark Howard. He's a terrible human being.
yeah, good game, man.
2s. There's another 2 in there.
Oh, thank you.
You're good. No worries.
No, sir.
This should kill them. Anything but 1s.
Yeah. Well, 5, 10. Need a 5. Unless you got damage.
3 of them are in.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Oh, here we go.
Mark Schramm just
Snake eyes at the end.
Oh, no.
All right, pause it. Go ahead.
Oh God,
Oh, that's it.
just salt in the wound.
No,
So
no.
if it goes to 7, that greater air is getting recharged.
Oh, that's not fair. This was a
Handshake.
really
What
bad
happens?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I got a
that's-
6 there. Got a
that's
6
game there.
And this was the game right here. Yeah, I should have checked and asked you if that was.
I think the other thing.
And
I thought I was clear. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. It just felt it. I should have checked. But that's on me.
Yeah, I made a big
Yeah, I
mistake.
think they're just discussing the end of the game. I think one of the things that Jason Britt
Yeah.
could have done better early
Yeah. Good game, man.
was stagger his units in a concave, just so he ends up
Oh,
not
that
getting
was a
double
good
charged
one. I
nearly
knew
as
it was
bad.
cool.
But beyond that, I
This
think
is
it was
not
a
gonna be
really,
an
really
easy
clean game.
because
And
once I hit the initial engagement,
congrats to both players,
it's all
and
this
especially to Chet for winning it.
flanking
Right.
nonsense.
Now let me say this.
That
A
is,
lot of people
that
try
is
to go
going to
after
be a
the
win
surgery.
for Chet. Apologies again
Just
for
touch
the
these
tech
guys in
issues
combat,
earlier and missing the first
Yeah,
couple of turns.
and if you double line, like have
False
an
start
attack line
and
and
all.
then somebody else that can come in
believe we
after.
have all that worked out now. And I've made a note to remember to move my,
Yeah.
my wireless
like,
access
I
points
just-
around
Before,
Before, yeah.
so hopefully that won't be a problem.
So it is a different gameplay when
The
you
other,
do that.
the other thing that starts
But that is going to be a win for Chet.
a little bit
They're going to
like
get the result
15
win.
or so away.
And and we're going to get some lunch.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 6-0 victory for Chet.
So if you stay
Yeah,
about
pretty
like
big
up
win.
in engagement range, like
Seeing a lot of big
win.
I think the problem is you had
from people.
known that, and you
Did he not kill?
No, he snake eyes it. He did 10 wounds to him and then snaked him.
It made sense. It was a good play.
It makes it
I was happy how fast
a less egregious win.
yeah, I like
But, right.
That's just had insult to
Block
injury
and
right
Yeah,
there.
I guess they rolled
That's why
and
you gotta
didn't go to
come in.
7.
Well, regardless, I think that Jason
And
played
then he
a
was jumping on
pretty
that token.
decent
Like, you don't
game.
forget the mind I don't get him.
I
I don't
think
get him.
Yeah.
I know he's
Going back to Derek's initial
those
analysis
wizards are so annoying.
of putting all of the surge units back further behind things may have been a mistake.
Yeah.
But I think he played through it pretty well. He kept his head and just kept taking whatever was given to him. It was pretty good.
Yep. I think the latter half of the game was exemplary play.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I think he leaves a little bit on the table. Like he could have done a little bit better. Like one of the things I mentioned prior to you returning was having the Blade Stalkers at a concave to where it's a lot harder to get those double charges on them to guarantee their kill because
Yeah, definitely.
they were in terrain.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not a guarantee.
No, it's not.
Or it forces what units go where. But it's all in learning. All learning. You gotta play the game.
That's crazy.
How could I be mad about that? That was.
All right, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap there. We will be back at 1:30 with round 2. Whoever happens to be on the top table for round 2. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the top table stuff now.
Top table stuff. So it's so looking at tournament results, Zettelmeyer and Alex Chavez both have 23s, but they're in the same clubs and have playing each other. And Joey Greek is at 22. And Fisk with the 21. So chances are we're going to see some combination of either Zed or Alex against either Joey or Ed.
I'm here for all of it.
That's going to be good.
I'm here for all that nightmare fuel.
We really got to mess with these mics though, because if Ed's out there playing, we got to put the mic like on his opponent, and then maybe we won't end that round with hearing damage.
You just need the one mic on the opponent. You don't need to give one to Ed.
Oh, that's actually even better.
Oh yeah, we're not going to give Ed
That's
anything.
a great plan.
Anywhere else. Beautiful.
All right, so so I'm going to end there. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and we'll see you back here in
We'll
about
see you shortly.
Yep, come back, bitches.
Woo!